He tried to diss me and it on Fox. We call him.
Usual, way off in the deep end like usual.
Women's basketball today. on the Aggies of Delaware Valley University, as this should be a terrific ball game. DeSales comes in with a record of 8-0, all in the MAC Freedom Conference, while Delaware Valley, they come in with a record of 4-4 overall, 4-2 in the MAC Freedom Conference. They're led by 3 players scoring in double figures. First is their leading scorer, Emily Cutskill, scoring 13.9 a game. Haley Keenan with 11.8, and then Shayla Glenn with 11.1. They're 3 double-digit scorers, and really they're 3-headed monster that they want to get working to win basketball games. For DeSales, there's really not one overarching scorer that leads the team aside from Avery Jordan, who's scoring 15.6 a game. After that, it's a lot of players averaging in the low double digits and a couple of players at 8-9 a game. So nobody really spacing themselves out from the pack when you look at DeSales and scoring. It's just every night there's a different name. They are, of course, led, as I said, by Avery Jordan, 15.6 a game, then 10.8 a game by Riley Rittenhouse, and 8.8 a game by Isabel Caruso, and then 9 a game by Michaela Reese. They're 4 leading scorers for the Bulldogs. DeSales, when you look at them, they are shooting the ball phenomenally on the year. They're shooting from three-point range, and a league best 72% from the line. For Delaware Valley, they're shooting 36% from the field as a team, and they are shooting 28% from three-point range, 72% from the line. So another very good foul shooting ball club. They're second in the league in foul shooting. Offensively, Delaware Valley averages 56 points a game. They give up 54 a game. For DeSales, they average 82 points a game on offense. That leads the league. It's 5th in the country in Division III. And they only give up 42.4 points a game. That is the best scoring defense number in all of Division III. They've led Division III for most of the season in that number. For DeSales, another one of their keys is forcing turnovers. They force 26 turnovers a game to the Bulldogs. And Delaware Valley, they turn it over at a 19 turnover point per game margin. So that's something that you need to watch out for. Does the DeSales press affect Delaware Valley and create more turnovers than that 19 turnover a game number? For Delaware Valley, they're going to look for good performances, of course, at a Cutskill down low, as she is averaging 13 a game for the junior forward. And she's really the one big piece that they have, and she needs to play well along with Glenn and Keenan, who are their 3 leading scorers, but they've also had good contributions from the senior Lauren Moretti, who led the team in scoring last year. She's averaging 8.6 a game. She averaged 13 last year. The last time these two teams played was back on the 22nd of February last year. And DeSales won that game 87-34 in Doylestown at the James Work Gymnasium. And DeSales would go on to end the MAC regular season 13-1, while Delaware Valley after that game dropped to 0-14 in the MAC Freedom season. As we are just about ready for women's basketball action here from DeSales University, Delaware Valley and DeSales. MAC Freedom Championship game. There's also some crossover games going on today. We'll try to keep you updated with those also in the MAC. And then also the MAC Commonwealth Championship game is also going on today. But we will step away for starting lineups, playing of our national anthem as we send it over to the public address announcer, Joe Moskill.
Delaware Hall for tonight's MAC Freedom Championship game between the Delaware Valley University Aggies and your DeSales University Bulldogs. At this time, we'd like everyone to please rise and honor America with the playing of the national anthem. Now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Delaware Valley University Aggies. A 5'8" sophomore guard from Philadelphia, PA, number 12, Shane Glenn. A 5'6" senior guard from Sea Isle, New Jersey, number 24, Lauren Moretti. A 5'7" first-year guard from Bensalem, PA, number 34, Haley Keenan. A 5'10" first-year forward from Ortana, PA, number 40, Taylor Richardson. And a 6'1" junior forward from Evansburg, PA, number 42, Emily Cutskill. Delaware Valley is coached by head coach Laura Hogan and assisted by Shannon Barlow and Katie McFadden. And now the starting lineup for your DeSales University Bulldogs. A 5'4" senior guard from Gibbsboro, New Jersey, number 11, Isabel Caruso. A 5'5" sophomore guard from Hampton, New Jersey, number 23, Maria Newsom. A 5'10" junior forward from Frackville, PA, number 3, Avery Jordan. A 6-foot first-year forward from Souderton, PA, number 21, Michaela Reese. And a 5'9" junior forward from McVeytown, PA, number 33, Riley Rittenhouse. Bulldogs are coached by head coach Fred Richter and assisted by Tessa Johnston, Colleen Gavin, and Jen Kish. This evening's referees are Lori Deutsch, Eric Streba, and Gina Catanzariti. DeSales University and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at teams or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Artificial noisemakers and instruments may not be used while the game is in progress, and consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages is not permitted. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy.
Starters for both teams, as you just heard for Delaware Valley, Glenn, Moretti, Keenan, Richardson, and Cutskill. For DeSales, Jordan, Caruso, Reese, Rittenhouse, and Newsom. Delaware Valley wins the tap, and they are wearing the black road jerseys with the green numbers and yellow striping up and down the sides. DeSales in the home grays with blue numbers, red piping around that, and a Bulldog logo down the leg. To the basket, not getting her shot to fall, was Emily Cutskill as she misses the first shot of the game. And with the basketball is Riley Rittenhouse. Now to Jordan on the near sideline. Back out to Rittenhouse. She had a little trouble catching the basketball. But back to Newsom with 15 on the clock. Newsom guarded there nicely by Moretti. Now Newsom, a foul line jumper. That doesn't go hard off back iron. And the rebound by Michaela Reese. She'll try a triple. That's not going to go. And the rebound was corralled by Moretti. Now with the basketball, Moretti, as they get it back out to Glenn. To Moretti on the right wing. 9 minutes to go in the first period. Mac Freedom Women's Basketball Championship game as Driving with the basketball is Shayna Glenn. Gets it back to Cutskill. Now Moretti will look to drive down low. Beautiful backdoor pass, but no finish by Taylor Richardson, a freshman out of Pennsylvania. Now Newsom will pull it out as DeSales will start their offense. Newsom, Moretti on her, will get a screen, and they kick it back out to Reese. Now to Newsom, down low Jordan. Jordan gets the ball poked away from her, but out for a near side three by Riley Rittenhouse that's too long, and the rebound stolen away from Michaela Reese by Haley Keenan. Now Glenn, Rittenhouse out on her defensively. DeSales in a man-to-man. Near side and Keenan, and now to Moretti as they're looking into the post for Richardson, but couldn't find her. Now outside Keenan to Glenn on the far side. Now a shot from behind the three-point line by Keenan doesn't fall, was a little short, and the rebound by Rittenhouse. 2 minutes in the game, nobody's scored yet as we have 7:50 remaining in the first period. DeSales on the year averaging 82 points a game offensively. Number one in the MAC Freedom Conference. Pass inside to Avery Jordan is knocked away, but she gets possession back, and they get it to Isabel Caruso. 8 on the clock. On the floor is Jordan, along with Richardson. Shot clock will stay at 6 on the possession arrow held ball. So 6 seconds for the Bulldogs to get up a shot as they get it out to Jordan with 5. Crossed over dribble, open three for Avery, up and good. Avery Jordan with the first points of the game. It's a triple as she gives her team a quick 3-0 lead as DeSales will now press off the made basket. For Jordan, that's her 12th triple of the year. She's now 12 for 23, shooting a little over 50% from downtown. Now a three to match is up and does not fall by Moretti. Follow does go as making the basket was Haley Keenan. Keenan, a 5'7" freshman out of Bensalem, Pennsylvania. She's averaging a little over 11 a game. Coming in, one of the best freshmen in the MAC Freedom this year. Another three by Jordan won't fall. And an inside pass to Newsom. Up, she'll get fouled. And Maria Newsom will head to the line to shoot a double bonus. Newsom on the year is shooting from the foul line at a 100% clip. She's 2 for 2. Foul will go on Glenn, her first on the team, as Newsom's first foul shot up, no good, hit off back iron. Before that, she was 2 for 2 on the year. Second one by Newsom, that one is good, so she makes 1 out of 2 on the trip to the foul line. Makes it 4-2 DeSales. As Delaware Valley will break the pressure. Rebound inside, put up and in by Cutskill. Her first basket of the game. Officials for today, Lori Deutsch, Eric Stryba, and Gina Kenton-Zaretti. Newsom with the basketball. Now Rittenhouse will pull up for a long 2. That will rattle around and fall. Riley Rittenhouse makes it back to a 4-point DeSales lead off the 19-footer. Pass up ahead to Glenn as they break the pressure. Shayna trying to find somebody. She finds Emily Cutskill. Now Moretti will drive. Pick up her dribble for a contested long 2 by Cutskill that doesn't fall. And now the Bulldogs going the other way. Outside for a 3 by Isabel Caruso. Doesn't go. Long, back of iron. And the rebound collected by Delaware Valley. So far today, DeSales, they're shooting the ball at a 33% clip. Delaware Valley is 2 for 8, 25%. Now a steal by Michaela Reese. Reese in the open floor. 2 players to beat. She'll decide to go to the basket, and she'll get fouled. Foul will go on Haley Keenan. That is the team's second foul, first on Keenan. As 2 shots for Michaela Reese. Reese on the year, 76% foul shooter. First shot is up, and that is good. And Williams will get one more. And the second shot is up and also good. Checking into the game is Kara Williams. Williams, a junior out of Manchester, New Jersey, Woodbury High School, averaging 2.4 points a game. Glenn. She's trying to break the pressure. Now to Moretti. Moretti gets her pass stolen away by Newsom, and now Caruso. Caruso. Outside Reese. And now back to Newsom. They'll set the offense up with 20 on the clock. 5 minutes to go in the quarter. DeSales with an 8-4 lead. Jordan, she traveled. Moved the back pivot foot before she put the ball down. That'll be a turnover for DeSales, only their first. Right now, Delaware Valley with 2 turnovers, so the turnover battle right now, 2 for Delaware Valley, 1 for DeSales, as we're a little over 5 minutes into this game. Trap on the far sideline by DeSales, and they'll get a steal. Rittenhouse into the open floor, puts it up and in. Riley Rittenhouse, the driving layup. And we'll have a timeout, Delaware Valley, with 4:40 to go in the first period of play. It's DeSales 10, Delaware Valley 4, here on the DeSales University Sports Network. You look at how this game is started, as the DeSales University offers both on-campus and virtual tours for interested students. Schedule your tour today at www.desales.edu/visit or give admissions a call with any questions you have about applying at DeSales. The number is 1-877-4DeSales. We hope to see you soon on campus. And if you look at how this first 5 minutes and 20 seconds of this first period have gone, Delaware Valley, they are shooting 2 for 8. DeSales is shooting 3 for 8. The difference right now, the foul shots. DeSales shooting them 75% from the line, and Delaware Valley hasn't gotten to the line yet. Is now an almost steal by Newsom, and Jordan will knock it out of play. The 10-second count doesn't reset, so they have 2 seconds to get it over. And substitutions will come in for DeSales. Checking in Meg Beeler, Lindsay Welsh, and Grace Kelleher. Has 2 seconds for Del Val to get the ball inbounds. Let's see if what they decide to do. And that's a 10-second violation. They didn't realize it. 22 was the number on the shot clock, and because the ball was tipped out of bounds, DeSales gets the 10-second violation. They force it on Delaware Valley because they only had 2 seconds to get it across. Outside Lindsay Welsh, an open 3. That rattles around and doesn't fall. Rebound by Cutskill. And now into the open court is Glenn. Glenn with the basketball, Beeler on her. And out of the right wing in Keenan, and straight away from Moretti. Keenan, now Cutskill, Reese on her. She looks to drive, spins in the lane, shot up and good by Emily Cutskill. She's got 4 points. And now Meg Beeler streaking the other way. Outside for Kelleher. And DeSales will pull it out. Kelleher gets a screen by Reese. Now outside for Beeler. Inside for Reese. She's looking to go. Turnaround jumper is too strong off the back of the rim. And the rebound by Glenn. Glenn. Now Moretti. Into the paint, looking to find someone. She finds Keenan and back out to Glenn. She thought about a 3. Instead, will pull it up, and now Moretti will shoot a 3, and that's a little too strong. The rebound by Grace Kelleher. Kelleher to Jordan. Jordan behind her back. Drive into the lane, kick it out for a Reese jumper from 15 feet away. And Michaela Reese sticks the jumper. Makes it a 12-6 DeSales lead. They hold a 6-point lead with 2:56 to go in the quarter. Now Glenn driving to the basket, kicks it out, and now a Keenan 3 is up and good. Haley Keenan with the triple. On the year, she is making them at a 33% clip. High post Reese. DeSales with the 3-point lead, 12-9 here in the first period, 2:31 to go. Now Reese. Kelleher will drive. Foul line jumper is too strong, and the rebound by Richardson. Glenn. Now they're looking inside for Cutskill. They get her the basketball, but you can't do anything with it. Hell ball. Back in Rittenhouse for DeSales, and then checking in for Delaware Valley is Kayla Stankiewicz. And now it will be Keenan with the basketball to Moretti after a screen by Keenan on the dribble handoff. Down low, Cutskill puts it up and in. It's a 1-point game. This at one point was a 8-point DeSales lead. They've cut it to 6, have the Aggies, with 1:50 to go in the quarter. Now Beeler outside Welsh. Now to make Beeler again. She'll look to drive into the paint. She'll get fouled. See if they get it on. There was 2 Aggies right in the fray there. They get it on Taylor Richardson, her first. Meg Beeler will go to the line. She's shooting 2. On the year, Beeler is shooting from the foul line 33%. That being said, it's a very small sample size, 2 for 6. Misses that one, now 2 for 7 on the year. And a second foul shot from Meg Beeler. That is up and that one is good. Goes 50% on that trip. Delaware Valley will inbound on the baseline. DeSales will press full court as Glenn will get it in to her. And she will dribble through the press and back out to Glenn. Glenn drives, gets the ball knocked away from her on the floor. We'll have a hell ball. DeSales this time will have possession. As Kelleher will slowly bring it into the forecourt. 1:25 to go in the first period. Kelleher on the drive. Loses the basketball and out of bounds. Delaware Valley ball. They trail DeSales 13-11. 1:18 to go in the first period. Keenan will bring it into the forecourt, working on Beeler. She'll get by Beeler, go to the basket. Collision in front of the basket, no call, and Lindsey Welsh comes out of the pack with the basketball. Welsh, now to Kelleher. 23 on the clock, a minute on the quarter clock. Jordan, great pass down low for Beeler. Couldn't get the finish, though, left it short. Ball on the floor. And coming out of the pack with that basketball was Stankiewicz. Now Moretti. Welsh on her. Look down low for Cutskill. Almost stealing the ball away was Rittenhouse, but then getting the steal as that pass was knocked away. And they get it back outside to Beeler. Down low, Jordan for 2. And the steal that time was by Kelleher. That's a good job by Rittenhouse to knock it away. Got the basket in transition. DeSales turning up the defense, but it leads to an open lane into the paint, but the shot missed by Glenn. And at the buzzer, it won't fall by Riley Rittenhouse. After one period of play, it's DeSales 15, Delaware Valley 11, here on the DeSales University Sports Network. Get you some of the numbers from the first quarter as DeSales with the 4-point lead after one period of play. They were started off by a triple by Avery Jordan. And DeSales, this has been the closest first quarter that the Bulldogs have played all year, as it was a 1-point game with about a minute left in the first period. The first quarter would end with DeSales leading by 4, but the Bulldogs have had some really good first quarter play this year. But it's been a competitive first quarter as DeSales leads 15-11 here on the DeSales University Sports Network. Some other games going on tonight. We have the women's crossover games going on right now. What we can tell you is the only games that started is late in the fourth quarter, it's Albright 54 and Misericordia 41 in the women's crossover game between Albright and Misericordia. As we're now about to start the second quarter of action. With the basketball is Lauren Moretti. She tries to pass it over to Stankiewicz, but that pass goes out of play. And it will be DeSales' ball after the turnover by Delaware Valley. Driving layup by Welsh is up and good, makes it a 6-point game, 17-11. Lindsay Welsh's first points of the game as DeSales has turned up the pressure again. Almost got a turnover there, but now a three by Moretti is up too long, and the rebound fought for and gotten by Keenan, but she can't finish the shot. Now Rittenhouse flying through the air. She misses the layup. And Glenn with the basketball. They get it back out to Moretti, and they'll start the offense with 9:08 to go. Moretti. Now Keenan. Glenn. Fake the three into the lane. Spin move. Tried to find Cutskill down low. But that pass was deflected, stolen away by DeSales. Inside, Riley Rittenhouse. Can't hang on to the basketball. Turns it over. And coming out with the ball is Keenan. Straight away, Glenn. Now the left wing for Glenn as she will dish off to Moretti. Now outside for a Glenn three is up no good. And the rebound by Welsh, her second of the game. Caruso down low to Reese. Reese turnaround hook is no good. And the rebound by Richardson. Glenn, Rittenhouse on her. Now over to Keenan. Keenan, Caruso forced her to pick up her dribble. And now to Richardson, who will drive with 7 on the clock. Her shot was deflected, and the ball went out of bounds. Last touch by Delaware Valley. Back into the ball game for DeSales is Avery Jordan. She'll replace Riley Rittenhouse. Also back in for Delaware Valley is Emily Cutskill, and we'll have a timeout by the Aggies. That'll be a full timeout here on the DeSales University Sports Network. DeSales leading Delaware Valley by 6, 17-11 here on the DeSales University Sports Network. And now here's your DeSales University Sports Network trivia question for the night. DeSales with a win tonight would have won 3 straight MAC Freedom Championships in a row. What team has the record for the most consecutive MAC Freedom Women's Basketball Championships? You can tweet your answers at us at DSUSN. We'll get back to that trivia question a little later in the ball game. 11-17, DeSales with the lead with 7:49 to go in the second period here at Bolera Hall. You look at the scoring so far. Cutskill with 6 for Delaware Valley leads them. Avery Jordan has 5, leading the Bulldogs. As both teams just about ready to come back out onto the court. Right now, Delaware Valley shooting the ball a little better than they were after one quarter at 25%. They're shooting 29%. DeSales shooting 35% from the field. Both teams have made 1 triple. As now Newsom will bring it into the forecourt. 7:45 to go in the period. Reese, backdoor cut for Jordan. Her turnaround might have been partially deflected as it didn't hit anything. And now Cutskill straight away. And the miss. And now Lindsay Welsh on the right wing. Outside Newsom. Now Reese. Jordan will try to drive. And now back to Reese with 8 on the clock. Newsom into the paint. Doesn't find anything now. Welsh. Reese doesn't realize the amount of time left on the shot clock. Shot clock violation. As DeSales will press again, full court. Cutskill from 16. That doesn't fall. A rebound by Jordan, and the Bulldogs are out and running again. Up ahead to Caruso. Caruso will drive. And now back to Newsom as they set up a play with 19 on the shot clock. Looking for Jordan in the paint. Jordan gets triple team. Now not a held ball, and now it is a held ball. And it will stay with DeSales with 10 on the shot clock. Jordan gets the inbound pass back to Welsh. She thought about a 3. 7 on the clock now. Jordan will drive. She gets called for travel. And it's another turnover for DeSales. Offensively, both teams have gotten into a little bit of a funk as we've been scoreless the last 3:36 in this game. Neither team has scored. Now Glenn loses the basketball on a steal by Caruso, and she'll easily finish for 2, make it a 19-11 game. As now they will get into the forecourt, will the Aggies, as it was a long pass up ahead to Stankiewicz. As she will drive, get into the paint, can't find anybody and turn it over. As that time Glenn zigged when she probably should have zagged, as she went away from the pass, and it was a turnover out of bounds. Saunders checking in for the first time for DeSales. Amelia Saunders with her first appearance, 9.4 points a game for the freshman. Saunders. Now Jordan. Jordan will drive. Turn around, put it up, put it in. Avery Jordan now has 7. Leads all scorers in the game. As they get it into Glenn, do the Aggies. And Glenn will bring it into the forecourt. Stankiewicz. And now the pass knocked away by Reese. Welsh into the open floor, trying to beat her defender. She does, but she can't finish. Rebound by Saunders. Saunders lost it off her foot, though, out of bounds. And the possession will favor Delaware Valley, as it went off of the foot of Saunders. Now with the basketball is Williams. Now Richardson to Glenn on the left wing. Back over to Williams. Williams looking for a cutting Richardson. Instead, we'll get it right back on the give and go. She can't find anything. Dribbles right through the paint. Now an outside shot is up and good by Haley Deegan. Keenan, with her first triple of the game, makes it a 7-point game, 21-14. Outside Jordan. Now back to Newsom. Saunders went off her foot, but she will try to recollect. There'll be a foul called for a push in the back on Williams. Kara Williams with the foul. Back in Caruso, back in Beeler for DeSales. Bulldogs get it in, and they get it right into the post to Reese. She can't finish, gets her own rebound back, puts it up again. It doesn't fall. Now Caruso with a third opportunity. That doesn't fall. And finally, we'll have a rebounding foul on Meg Beeler that will give the ball back to Delaware Valley. After 3 very good looks by DeSales, wouldn't go. Keenan And pass is knocked away by Beeler. She comes up with the basketball. And now Reese in the open floor. Can't get it to drop. Rebound Beeler as she steals it away from inside. And there will be a foul, and going to line will be Meg Beeler, her second time today. The foul will go on Haley Keenan as Beeler ripped the ball away from her, and then she fouled her when she was going up for the shot. Beeler 1 for 2 today from the foul line. Misses the first. Moretti will check back in at the next whistle. And that shot by Beeler, that also doesn't fall. 0 for 2 trip for her. Williams with the basketball, Newsom on her. As now they get it back out to Keenan. Keenan with 13 on the shot clock. Trying to find an opening. They look to get it to Cutskill, but it's a turnover. Now Beeler in the open floor. And she can't get it to fall. A lot of missed layups today for DeSales. Out of bounds, off of DeSales, will go to Delaware Valley. Both teams having some problems shooting within 5 feet of the basket. DeSales, they've missed their last 4 attempts from in close. They did get 2 foul shots from Meg Beeler, though, and neither team having the best shooting night. As DeSales shooting 30% from the field, and Delaware Valley also shooting 30%. That'll improve that number as the basket is up and good by Shayna Glenn. Makes it a 21-16 ball game. Outside Newsom. And she'll pull it out with 2:49 to go. Newsom to Jordan. Jordan gets a screen. And now will drive into the paint. Turn around, doesn't fall. Rebound by Delaware Valley. Moretti with the basketball. She's working on Caruso. Outside, Williams will try a 3, and that doesn't hit anything. And the rebound corralled by Michaela Reese. Outside Reese, nobody came out to guard her, so she'll put up a 3 that doesn't fall. And the rebound, Delaware Valley. Caruso with a steal, and then a foul will go on Delaware Valley. Is trying to get the ball back was Moretti. So that'll be a out of bounds, inbounds for DeSales. Moretti's first, third on the team. 2:07 to go in the quarter. Newsom will look to get it in. We'll have a foul, and will be on Delaware Valley on Richardson. That's the 4th on the team, so the next one will put him in the double bonus. That's Richardson's 2nd. As DeSales will inbound again. This time they get it in, and it will go off the hands of Williams out of bounds. Will stay with DeSales. Will inbound on the other side of the basket. Jordan gets the inbounds and will pull up for 3. Avery Jordan, her second 3 of the game, her 13th on the year. She's making them at a 50% clip. And that was not an easy look for Jordan as the pass up ahead for Glenn, and they get it across the timeline. Outside Williams barely collects the ball, but in having to reach out to collect the basketball, she stepped on the sideline. And coming out of the game for Delaware Valley is Richardson with her 2 fouls. Checking in is Alexa Jones, a sophomore out of Holmesdale, Pennsylvania. As Jordan will toss it into Newsom, and DeSales will bring it into the forecourt. Jordan, crossover into the paint, kicks it out for a Newsom 3 from the left wing. That hits off back iron, ball on the ground, and it's collected by Moretti. Now Cutskill back to Glenn. Caruso on Moretti. Moretti drives into the paint. Will kick it out to Glenn. Now they're looking for Moretti down low. She looks to drive up and under. Shot will go out of bounds. Not deflected, so it will go over to DeSales. They lead by 8, 24-16, 109 to go in the half. Jordan straight away. She'll pull up for 3. That's up and good. Jordan with her third 3 of the ball game. That's her 14th of the year. With a stoppage as the ball rolled away up a set of stairs. And they'll have to go collect it. Williams will go out as DeSales now up double digits with their largest lead of the game, 27-16. We'll have a foul as running over the player with the basketball was Meg Beeler, as she got a little over-aggressive trying to get the ball and bumped right into Shayna Glenn. This time they get it in. It's Keenan who will quickly bring it into the forecourt as it's cross court to Glenn, and now straight away for Moretti. Moretti with the basketball. Kicks it over to Jones. Now down low, Moretti on the give and go. Up and in, and a foul. Lauren Moretti will head to the line for 1 as the foul will go on Isabel Caruso. Third on the team, 38 seconds to go. Moretti on the year. She's shooting 80% from the foul line. Williams will check back in, along with Lindsay Welsh, who will replace Caruso. That was the first foul on Caruso. As Moretti will get 1 shot. It's up and it is good. Makes it a 9-point game, 27-19. And DeSales will push it up, maybe looking for a 2-for-1. As now a steal by Williams. Williams got in the passing lane, was able to make the steal, and she makes the basket. Tara Williams with the basket. And now it's a 6-point game. Quick 5-0 run. Now Reese in the high post. She's looking to go. She'll get fouled. And she'll head to the line for 2 shots. That foul will go on Cutskill, her first, as Reese will head to the line for 2. And her first shot is up, doesn't fall on the year. Michaela, 76% foul shooter. She's already made 2 today. Foul shot by Reese, up and good. Back into the game for Delaware Valley is Haley Keenan. As Del Valle has 11 seconds left in the half to get a shot up. Keenan with the basketball as she's looking to drive into the paint. Gets it up at the horn, well, 2 seconds before the horn. She'll get fouled, head to the line for 2. So Keenan will head to the line for 2 shots. On the year, 70% foul shooter. First one by her is up and good. Makes it a 6-point game, trying to cut it to a 5-point game going into the half with this second shot. And that one is also up and good. As 2 seconds left, Newsom will fire at the halftime buzzer. That won't fall. And we reach halftime. It's DeSales 28, Delaware Valley 23. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with first half stats, some out-of-town scores. back here at DeSales University. Halftime between DeSales and Delaware Valley, Mac Freedom Championship game. DeSales leads 28-23. In the first half, DeSales, they shot 10 for 32 from the floor and 31%. They shot 3 for 10 from behind the arc for 30% and 5 for 10 from the foul line, making 50% of their shots. Delaware Valley, for their 23 points, they shot 9 for 25 from the floor, 36%. 2 for 8 from three-point range, 25%. And they made all 3 of their foul shots. Offensive rebounds, DeSales with 7 and Delaware Valley with 3. Defensive rebounds, Delaware Valley winning that 15-13, 1 tie, and then 2 lead changes in the basketball game. Scoring for the game, first for DeSales, 13 for Avery Jordan, 5 for Michaela Reese, 2 for Isabel Caruso, 1 for Maria Newsom, 4 for Riley Rittenhouse, 1 for Meg Beeler, and 2 for Lindsay Welch. For Delaware Valley, Haley Keenan with 10, 3 for Lauren Moretti, 2 for Shayna Glenn, 6 for Emily Cutskill, and then Kara Williams has 2 for their 23 points. Get to some out-of-town scores right now as in the MAC Commonwealth Final, Messiah, who's also undefeated on the year, they lead Widener. That is a 27-22 ball game. Messiah with the lead at halftime. Then earlier today, Albright, they defeated Misericordia in a crossover game 68-57. At halftime between Wilkes and Lebanon Valley, it's Wilkes 31, Lebanon Valley 29. Stevens is leading Lycoming 43-31. Alvernia is leading Arcadia 32-31. That ball game is also at the half. And then Eastern is leading FDU 32-20. That game is also still at the half. So right here, it's DeSales with a 5-point lead, the closest half they've played all year. The closest margin of victory in the DeSales game so far this year has been a 24-point margin. They're averaging a point differential of 39.9. But today we have a good ball game here at Valera Hall as the Bulldogs lead by 5. They've had some struggles shooting the basketball from the floor, but so has Delaware Valley. DeSales making it basically a 30% clip. Delaware Valley shooting a little bit better at 35%, but DeSales has a couple more threes and has made a few more foul shots. That's how they have their 5-point lead. Lead was 12, just about 2 minutes away from halftime after an Avery Jordan triple. Made it 27-15. As DeSales back on the court and Delaware Valley just about to join them. And we're ready for second half Mac Freedom basketball action. The Mac Freedom final, the men's final for you tomorrow night between DeSales and Lycoming. That ball game will be 7 o'clock start, 6:55 pregame show. But here's the second half and a lot to be decided here from Valera Hall. Moretti looking to go backdoor on the cut. And now it'll be a turnover, backcourt violation. As the pass got away from Moretti as she was trying to kick it out, DeSales will have the possession off the backcourt. Turnover. Turnovers in the first half. DeSales with 7, Delaware Valley with 16. But DeSales was not really able to capitalize. They only had 1 second chance point. Now Jordan trying to get by her defender. Gives it off to Reese, but too tall. And Reese can't collect the basketball. Now Moretti in transition. Her shot doesn't fall. And Maria Newsom with the basketball. Reese trying to split 2 defenders and does. Up and good. Makes it 30-23 after the basket by Michaela Reese. Reese, her first bucket of the game. Had a couple of foul shots earlier. Out of bounds will stay with Delaware Valley. Delaware Valley will inbound on the baseline. 9:09 to go in the third period. They trail by 7, 30-23, as they get it out to Keenan, and now Moretti. Moretti with 19 on the clock. Now Keenan. Pass intended for Glenn, got through, but two DeSales players ran into each other and fell down. Gave her a wide open shot. Now Rittenhouse streaking the other way. Can't get her layup to fall as it was partially blocked by Moretti. And now Moretti with the basketball to Keenan. Glenn. Now Richardson. Rittenhouse on her. Now they're looking back door. The shot blocked by Reese. The shot was made by Keenan. 6 on the clock. 6 seconds remaining on the clock. Delaware Valley inbounds. They get it into Richardson. She will drive into the lane, puts it up, doesn't get it to fall. And the rebound by Avery Jordan. That's her third rebound of the game. As Jordan up ahead for a streaking Reese. She can't get it to go, but she'll head to the line for 2 more. Her 5th and 6th foul shots of the night. Foul will go on Cutskill. Her 2nd. First on the team. Reese, 2 shots. She's 3 for 4 on the day. That's up and good. Making her 4 for 5. She now has 8 points. And the second one is up, and that is good. Give her 9. Second leading scorer on the team and in the ball game. As Glenn will get it into the forecourt to Keenan. Now back to Glenn. They play catch as Keenan gets it back again. Now outside Glenn with 15 on the clock. Keenan will drive into the paint. Have to kick it out. Moretti. Now Glenn with a straightaway 3. That's up, doesn't fall. And the rebound, Avery Jordan. Jordan. Now to Newsom. And DeSales will set up the offense with 20 on the clock. Newsom to Caruso. They're looking for a cutting Jordan. They find her. They kick it out, but right to nobody. As stealing that basketball was Keenan. Now Keenan will fly to the hoop and miss the shot as she got a little off balance and couldn't get a good footing as Rittenhouse will finish for 2 the other way on the Euro step layup. Gives DeSales a 9-point lead. Tempo of this game has definitely increased. As now down low, Cutskill, she gets her shot rejected by Reese, and Reese has the basketball trying to go 3-on-1. Smartly will pull it up. As DeSales with an 11-point lead, 34-23. Caruso, she'll try an outside jumper. That will fall. Isabel Caruso with a 3. Gives DeSales their largest lead at 14, 37-23. And a timeout, Delaware Valley. 6:42 to go in the third quarter. As DeSales with their largest lead of 14 at 37-23. 6:42 to go in the third period. DeSales University offers both on-campus and virtual tours for interested students. Schedule your tour today at www.desales.edu/visit or give admissions a call with any questions you have about applying at DeSales. That number is 1-8774-DeSales. We hope to see you soon on campus, and go Bulldogs. Delaware Valley will have the basketball out of the timeout as they'll inbound on the full court press by DeSales. As Keenan with the basketball, she carried it, and they will get the call right there. As she just got it stuck on her hip as she was trying to pass it. Turnover, Delaware Valley, they're 18th. And if you're head coach Laura Hogan, that's not what you wanted out of that timeout. As it has been a 9-0 DeSales run to start the second half. Delaware Valley hasn't scored a bucket yet, and now Jordan right down the boulevard. She'll go up for the line and get 2 shots. As Rittenhouse got fouled driving to the basket. And back in is Lindsay Welsh. Welsh will replace Caruso. Second foul on Delaware Valley in the quarter. As Rittenhouse to the line, an 81% foul shooter. First one is up and good. And now the second one for Rittenhouse. That one is up, and it is no good. The rebound by Cutskill. Almost a turnover there as Williams couldn't catch the basketball cleanly, but she will get it into the forecourt, but now get trapped, and now she will lose the basketball as they get it up ahead to Rittenhouse. To Jordan. Jordan will finish as she gets by Glenn. And Moretti gets it up ahead to Glenn. And with 5:57 to go, it's Delaware Valley possession, trailing by 17. 10-0 run DeSales has been on in the last 4:02. Now down low, Jordan deflects the pass. Body's on the floor, and we'll have a kick ball. Reset the clock to 20, and it will be Delaware Valley possession. Back in Stankiewicz for Delaware Valley and Beeler for DeSales. Delaware Valley gets it in. Moretti streaking to the basket, gets fouled. As getting called for the foul is Lindsay Welsh. She'll head to the line for 2 shots. She's 1 for 1 earlier. Converted a 3-point play. Moretti to the line. 2 shots. First one up and good. Came into today an 80% foul shooter. She's made both shots today. And the second one is up and doesn't fall. As Welsh up ahead to Reese. Reese can't get the shot to fall. And coming out of the pack is Glenn. Glenn will pull back as the defense recovers. And now a almost steal by Marisa Newsom. Newsom will get called for the foul as she just couldn't get the basketball away from Stankiewicz. Grace Kelleher back into the game for DeSales. Will replace Newsom. And Glenn will get it into Stankiewicz with 20 on the clock. Now Moretti on the right wing. Straightaway Cutskill. They were looking for Stankiewicz. She couldn't catch the basketball out of bounds. Kelleher will bring it into the forecourt. Now Welsh to Beeler. And now back to Welsh. They're looking inside for Reese. Didn't realize how wide open she was. Now she did. And she went to the line, got fouled. The 4th foul on Cutskill. Till we check it, that's just her 3rd. But that's a little bit of a cloud looming over Delaware Valley, as that's a player you can't have go out of the basketball game. She will check out because she picked up her 3 fouls, but she's averaging 13 points a game, leading the team. And she's already had a good game today, leading Delaware Valley in scoring today. As the foul shot up and good by Reese. Now the second one by Michaela, that's also good. Riley Rittenhouse back into the game, replacing Reese. As DeSales has extended the lead to 18, 42-24. Beeler pressuring the ball carrier Keenan. Now a trap in the near side corner as Beeler will get called for a foul. Caruso will check back in, replacing Beeler, who picked up her 3rd. And now inbounds to Glenn with 18 on the clock. Glenn. Moretti, Caruso right in her face with 9. She drives to the basket. Almost turned the basketball over. Now a shot up and good by Keenan. She now has 12. And she's having a very good offensive game. That 12 points leads Delaware Valley. She's just taken the lead in scoring. Now Kelleher will drive. Her shot doesn't fall, but the rebound up and in by Lindsay Welch. Now a trap near side. That will give the basketball to Stankiewicz. Now outside for Keenan. Now Moretti will try a 3. That is up, doesn't fall. And the rebound by DeSales, and they're looking to push. Kelleher, now Welch. Welch looking down low for Jordan. Jordan will travel. And we'll have what looks to be a timeout for DeSales. And it will be a 30-second timeout for DeSales. 44-26, DeSales with the lead. 3:32 to go in the third period. And DeSales has offensively had a terrific quarter. In the quarter, they are outscoring Delaware Valley 16-3 in the last 6:33 of this quarter. It was a 5-point game at the half. It's now an 18-point game. It'll be Delaware Valley ball coming out of the timeout. They trail 44-26. 3:32 to go in the third. Glenn with the basketball. Glenn to Richardson. Now Keenan to Stankiewicz. And back to Keenan. Keenan looking for Cutskill in the post. She can't find her now. Crossover dribble into the paint, and she'll turn the basketball over. Jordan coming out of the pack with the ball will dish up to Welsh. Welsh will finish for 2. And it's a 20-point lead for DeSales, their largest of the game. And now Glenn will get it up to Stankiewicz. And now back to Glenn. Thought about a 3. Will drive on Caruso into the paint. And another turn. No, we'll have a travel. DeSales will come out of the pack with the basketball anyway. So it would have been a turnover either way, whether if she traveled with the ball or if DeSales had gotten the steal. If you're DeSales, you probably actually would prefer that travel had not been called, because that would have been another breakaway. But it's DeSales basketball anyway. They lead 46-26, 2:33 to go. Pass in low, Jordan, she'll get fouled by Richardson. And she'll head to the line for 2 shots. Jordan shooting 81% on the year from the line. Moretti back in. Shot up by Jordan, doesn't fall. Stankiewicz checked out for Delaware Valley, as very uncharacteristically Avery Jordan missed both foul shots. Moretti. Now Keenan. Down low, they're looking for Richardson. She puts up a nice reverse layup that goes, makes it an 18-point game, 46-28. Now Lindsay Welch the other way. Her pass intended for Jordan is deflected out of bounds. Kelleher. Down low, Rittenhouse. And Rittenhouse gets called for a travel. If she didn't, she would have been out of bounds. Awkward looking play there. But either way, it would have been a DeSales turnover, because if Rittenhouse had traveled, she walked straight out of bounds. So would have been a turnover either way. And now Glenn with the basketball. Down low, Cutskill. She'll get fouled by Jordan. Head to the line for 2 shots. She has 6, looking to make it 8 as she has 2 shots at the line. On the year, she's a 73% foul shooter. Reese back into the game. She'll replace Jordan, who picked up her first foul. Shot by Cutskill will not fall. Second one is up. That one will. And it makes it a 46-29 game. Maria Newsom with it. Now Welsh, they're looking for Reese down low. Reese on the block, will pull it out. Now back outside to Welsh with 20 into Newsom. Caruso, Newsom. That shot doesn't fall, and the rebound will go out of bounds, go over to Delaware Valley. Nobody came out on Newsom. She had a good look, just couldn't get it to drop. Little under 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in the third period. DeSales has controlled this period, as it was a 5-point game at halftime, as a trap on the near sideline will turn into another turnover. And that time the press really got the better of the Aggies, as a runner in the lane will fall by Newsom. It was a 5-point game at halftime. It's a 19-point game here with a minute to go in the third period, as DeSales has really extended the lead. Right now they're winning this quarter by 14 points. Moretti with the basketball. They're looking inside for Richardson. That's another turnover. It's the 24th on the day for Delaware Valley. In the open, we talked about how DeSales was forcing 26 turnovers a game. Right now, Delaware Valley right around that number at 24. Rittenhouse to the basket. Her shot was rejected by Cutskill. And now it's Delaware Valley trying to do something in transition, as it's a pass down low for Cutskill, but that is intercepted, and a turnover by DeSales will lead to a Glenn jumper that will have a foul called inside. See who it's on. It's going to go on Riley Rittenhouse. We'll send Cutskill to the line for 2 shots with 20 seconds to go. And the shot by Cutskill is up and good, shooting 73% on the year. Williams will check back in for Delaware Valley at the next horn. Second one also good. Substitution back in is Williams, replacing Glenn. Newsom will bring it up slowly, as DeSales is looking for a final shot to end the quarter. Newsom, Williams on her. 8 on the clock. Newsom kicks it to Rittenhouse for a left wing 3. She gets knocked down, no call, but she makes the shot anyway. And that will end 3 periods of play. DeSales 51 and Delaware Valley 31. And it really was a third quarter dominated by DeSales, as they have a 20-point lead going into the fourth. Won that quarter by 15 points. Offensively, DeSales was shooting about 30% at halftime. Now they're shooting 40%, rose at 10%, as they got some good contributions by Rittenhouse and Jordan Reese in that quarter. We'll get back to your DeSales University Sports Network trivia question. The question was, DeSales, with a win tonight, would have 3 straight MAC Freedom titles in a row. What team has the most straight MAC Freedom titles? The answer to that question is FDU Florham. They had 6 between 2013 and 2018, along with 1 undefeated national title at the Division III women's level. That was in the 14-15 season. Right here, DeSales leads 51-31 as we're about to start the fourth period. We'll get you a couple out-of-town scores. Also, Messiah is now up 47-36 over Widener in the MAC Commonwealth final. And Albright defeated Misericordia 68-57. FDU now on top of Eastern 42-36 as DeSales with the basketball start the quarter. Rittenhouse trying for a second three. That doesn't fall. And also Alvernia is beating Arcadia by 46-45. Steal by Caruso. She stops on a dime, kicks it down low to Reese. Reese will get held and tied up. Possession arrow will go to Delaware Valley. As Moretti will get the basketball with Caruso on her. She gets it across the timeline with 23 on the clock. And now Moretti. She will drive, kick it back out to Cutskill. Now Richardson thought about an outside jumper, but taking the jumper it was Keenan. The rebound by Rittenhouse. And now Newsom will push. Outside, Caruso's looking for a right wing three. That doesn't fall. The rebound by Delaware Valley's Glenn. And now Glenn in transition will kick it to Richardson, but she was cutting when Glenn was looking to throw it to her beyond the three-point line, so the pass goes out of bounds. And DeSales will have possession. Rittenhouse kicks it out to Welsh. Now back to Rittenhouse. She'll put it up, and she'll get it to drop. Riley Rittenhouse now has 13. And DeSales now has their largest lead at 22. Outside shot is up and doesn't fall by Moretti. And Rittenhouse with another rebound. Now Welsh in the open floor. She'll get fouled. Can't get the bucket to go. And she'll head to the line for 2 shots. Foul will go on Glenn, her second. As Welsh on the year, 50% foul shooter, makes the first. That was her first foul shot today. She now has 7, trying to make it 8, and she does. Stankiewicz back into the game for Delaware Valley. As Caruso will guard her as she tries to get it up into the forecourt. Trapped now, and a held ball. Possession arrow DeSales. Caruso will inbound for the Bulldogs. And they get it into Welsh, who gets it down low to Reese. Reese will go. Fall away jumper. That's up and good. Michaela Reese with 13. And I'll have a blocking foul on Riley Rittenhouse as she ran straight into Stankiewicz. Rittenhouse's second, first foul on DeSales in the quarter. Pass gets into Glenn. She had a little trouble catching it. Now out to Keenan in the corner. That shot's long. And Rittenhouse with the rebound. Foul will go on Richardson. And DeSales will have the ball on the baseline. (57-31), DeSales with the lead. 7:41 to go in the quarter. Down low, Welsh kicks it out for a Caruso three. That's too strong. And the rebound corralled by Delaware Valley. Outside Keenan. Now driving with the basketball is Glenn. Kicks it over to Stankiewicz, who has Caruso right on her. Jumper by Richardson hits the front of the rim and off, and a foul will go on Delaware Valley's Keenan. Keenan's third. Back in is Alexa Jones. Rittenhouse will get a Reese screen. Now looking for her in the post. Reese drives, kicks out for Caruso. Caruso shot fake and a layup in the paint that doesn't fall. And now back into Reese. Reese with the layup, it falls. Michaela Reese now with 15. Ties Avery Jordan as the game's leading scorer. Stankiewicz with the basketball. Newsom on her. Now down low, they get it to Glenn. Glenn a turnaround. Her shot's blocked. And Rittenhouse with the rebound, her 8th of the game. Now Rittenhouse ahead to Welsh. Welsh will kick it down low to Reese, and she'll put it in for a career-high 17. Timeout. That timeout called by Delaware Valley as DeSales has extended the lead to 30, 61-31. Second half's been all DeSales, as the shooting slump that they had in the first half did not continue into the second half, while Delaware Valley, who was shooting 36% after the first half, is now shooting 26%. DeSales was shooting 31% after the first half. They're now shooting 41%. 61-31, 6:15 to go in the fourth. Here between DeSales and Delaware Valley, Mac Freedom Championship game. As that last basket for Michaela Reese was her career high 17. Set her previous career high 16 against Lycoming last Saturday at Lycoming. A couple of Bulldogs set career highs in that game. Lindsay Welsh also had a career high 13. Reese the leading scorer with 17 points. Delaware Valley to inbound, 6:15 on the clock. They trail by 30, 61-31. As Williams with the basketball in the backcourt, 25 on the timer. Now Williams crossover dribble, gets it out to Stankiewicz. Now down low for Kutzel. She loses the basketball. Rittenhouse comes out of the pack with the ball as Rittenhouse gets it up to Welsh. Welsh, layup in the paint will go, give her 10. She's in double figures. The fourth Bulldog in double figures makes it a 63-31 game. As now Amelia Saunders back into the game. Foul on Saunders. Olivia Scotty back into the game. Scotty, a freshman out of Langhorne, Pennsylvania, averaging 4.9 a game. As now with the basketball is number 23 for Delaware Valley, Jordan Heyman. Down low for missing that shot was Jones. And now Scotty with the basketball. Kelleher pulls it out. As Delaware Valley is trying to get a good defensive possession here as the shot clock is down to 14. Inside Jordan, the pass knocked away from her, but she gets it back. She's looking to pass it to Kelleher, who will go to the cup, and she'll go to the line for 2 shots. Foul will go on Moretti. If we check it, that's Jordan Hyman. Shot by Kelleher up and doesn't fall. And Kelleher will have one more. Second foul shot will also not fall. Jordan with the rebound. Now she'll go to the line for 2 shots. After a foul on Jones, Alexa Jones picks up her first. Jordan, 81% coming in, missed her last two though, makes that one, gives her 16. If she makes this shot, she'll tie Michaela Reese with a game-high 17 and make it a 65-31 game. She does. With the basketball is Glenn. Glenn trying to get by Kelleher. Will kick it out to Keenan. Now back to Glenn with 20 on the clock. Moretti outside Jones. Jones will drive into the paint. Cutskill will get fouled by Jordan as she tried to catch the pass, and Jordan put her hand in her back and made it so she couldn't catch it. Keenan. Now with the basketball is Moretti. Down low, Cutskill. Turnaround hook doesn't fall. And the rebound by Olivia Scotty. Welsh, Scotty, Kelleher. Now back to Welsh. Looking for a cutting Jordan. They find her. She gets her shot blocked, but a foul will be called. As heading to the line will be Avery Jordan. Fourth on Cutskill. As Jordan to the line for two shots. First one up and doesn't fall. Too strong. This one would give her 18 if she made it. And she can get it to drop. Makes it 66-31. Jordan will check out. Kate Early into the game. Early, a freshman out of Lansdale, Pennsylvania, North Penn High School, averaging 2.9 a game. Now an outside shot by Jones is up and doesn't fall. Rebound fought for and picked up by Scotty. She'll get tied up. Possession arrow will favor Delaware Valley. Glenn inbounds. Will have a foul before the ball came in. Will be the fourth on the team. And will go on Saunders. Glenn, shot fake, kicks it out to Keenan. Now down low, it's Richardson. Her shot is no good, but she kicks it out as she tapped it back to Jones. Now Jones with 15 to Keenan. 10 on the clock to Jones. Moretti looking down low. Now they get it out to Jones with 5. She'll have to hoist a 3 up. That doesn't fall. We'll have a foul that will stay right here. Be a 2-shot foul on a hold. Early's charged with the foul. And we'll send Richardson to line for 2. Richardson, the first shot. It is up and it is no good. Richardson on the year from the line is an 80% foul shooter. Second one is up. That also doesn't fall, and Lindsay Welsh with the rebound. Now they get it up ahead to Kelleher. And DeSales not really in any particular hurry. They're leading by 35 points, 66-31. As Saunders with the basketball, now Scotty. Outside Kelleher. Saunders kicks it out to Early. Early with 3 on the timer. And Scotty with the offensive board after the 3 by Early didn't fall. And DeSales will run a little bit of clock as there's 14 on the shot clock. Down low, Scotty can't get her shot to fall, but gets it back out. And now Kelleher is going to have to go. 4 on the clock. She will put up a floater. No, gets it down to early. Lost the basketball. Shot clock violation. Even if it wasn't a shot clock violation, it looked like the ball was going to go out of bounds off the foot of Kate Early. But the shot clock violation gave the turnover to DeSales anyway. 66-31. DeSales with the lead, 2:30 to go. We're ready. Now Keenan down low for Richardson. Richardson kicks it out. And now Glenn with the basketball. Glenn will drive into the paint. Just into the ballgame, Leah Hodick. As she got the rebound right there. Also played good defense on the shot. Now Scotty. Outside Kelleher. 2 minutes just about left in the Mac Freedom Women's Basketball Championship game. Now Kelleher. Down low, they're looking for Hodick. She'll give a screen. They're trying to get it back to her. They can't. The ball goes out of bounds. Turnover. 1:47 to go. Isabel Caruso will check back in. She'll replace Lindsay Welsh. Caruso, the lone senior on this DeSales ball club, playing her final home game in Bolera Hall. What looks like right now, with 1:45 to go, will be a third straight DeSales Mac Freedom Championship. Moretti at the foul line. Her shot doesn't drop. And as she gets the ball back outside for a Glenn three. Glenn's three is up and will drop. Shayna Glenn with the triple makes it a 66-34 game. With 1:20 to go, it's DeSales with the basketball. Hodick to Kelleher. Now Saunders. Saunders in the lane. Puts it up. Can't get it to fall. Rebound by Scotty. That won't drop. She gets the ball back now on the floor. And Delaware Valley comes out with the basketball. Keenan. Now Glenn thought about another three. Instead, they get it down low to Cutskill. Her shot too hard. Off the back of the iron. And the rebound by Isabel Caruso. Caruso lost the basketball. Now on the floor is Moretti. She'll throw it off the leg of a DeSales player out of bounds. And Isabel Caruso will check out of the game. 3-year starter for DeSales, has had a great career as a member of this Bulldogs program, as she's playing in her final home game here at Bolera Hall. Backdoor cut out to Cutskill. Her shot doesn't go. Hodick with the rebound and gets it up to Lindsay Welsh. Welsh with 18, shot clock unplugged. DeSales in no need to shoot the basketball as they lead by 32. DeSales will win the Mac Freedom Championship by a score of 66-34. Their third straight Mac Freedom Championship, as they defeat Delaware Valley 66-34 here at Bolera Hall. And now we will send it to the sideline for our public address announcer, Joe Moskill, as we'll get the presentation of the championship banner along with the MVP of the Mac Freedom Final.
Yep.
Actually, we'll keep it right here for just a second before the championship presentation. So now we'll go down to the
DeSales University head basketball coach Fred Richter has a couple special awards. First, of course, we'd like to congratulate runner-up Delaware Valley University Aggies on their excellent season. And now head coach Fred Richter will honor this year's tournament most valuable player, the 2021 Mac Freedom Women's Basketball Tournament most valuable player from the Bulldogs, number 3, Avery Jordan. And now if the team captains would head to center court. Team captains come out first. And following the team captains, we have the entire team come out to congratulate the 2021 Mac Freedom Women's Basketball Champions, the DeSales University Bulldogs. Thank you for attending tonight's championship game, and please arrive home safely.
As now the photographs of the team with the championship banner are going to be taken, and then you'll have the cutting down of the net with the upperclassmen going first on down towards the freshmen. Give you some breakdown of what has happened today so far in Mac Freedom Championship game. DeSales 66 points, 18 for Avery Jordan, 17 for Michaela Reese, 12 for Riley Rittenhouse, 10 for Lindsay Welsh, 5 for Isabel Caruso, 3 for Maria Newsom, and 1 for Meg Beeler. For Delaware Valley, they have 12 points from Haley Keenan, 5 points from Shayna Glenn, 4 from Laura Moretti, 9 from Emily Cutskill, 2 from Taylor Richardson, and 2 from Williams. As now Isabel Caruso will cut down the first piece of the net. Third straight year DeSales has been able to do this. All have been on the home court. DeSales has played in the last 4 Mac Freedom finals. As we'll also get you a couple post-game interviews. We'll get you Avery Jordan and Riley Rittenhouse post-game, along with head coach Fred Richter. As Isabel Caruso cuts down the net. And now for Avery Jordan. And this is the DeSales freshman class, just looking at it. Well, now they're juniors, but were freshmen when this first run of league titles went down. They've won a league title all of their first 3 years on campus. Nobody on this DeSales roster has not played in a league final, as when Isabel Caruso was a freshman, DeSales played in the league final that year and lost to Misericordia. As now we're about to get DeSales senior Isabel Caruso on the post-game show. As now Isabel, this wasn't the easiest game. It was a 5-point game at halftime. Kind of talk about going through the adjustments that you made going into the second half as you end up winning by 32 points, as this not typically, at least the first half, how some of the games have gone this year.
Yeah, so going into halftime, we knew that we did not play the best that we could have in the first half. This was our first time seeing Delaware Valley this season, and I think we just made the proper adjustments on the bigs and on the guards defensively, and we turned it up offensively.
Yeah, it's been kind of a different year, but it's really been a year that DeSales has done some of the things that they've done in the past couple of years, making their 4th straight Mac Freedom final. It's kind of like looking back, reflecting on your career, playing in the 4 Mac Freedom finals. What are kind of the main takeaways from the past 4 years?
I'm very lucky to be a part of this team. I've been to 4 MAC championships, 3 of them in which we won. I think coming out of DeSales women's basketball, it's just a family, and I'll forever be a part of it. I'm looking forward to what these girls can do next season, because their journey's not going to stop here. They're only going to do better and grow from this experience.
Yeah, it's definitely been a great run. I know the game 3 years ago, the first MAC Freedom Championship, just growing off of that, the NCAA tournament run after that, and a couple of other things kind of continuing on that point. As you look at some of the things that happened tonight, what do you think were some of your keys in order to win this basketball game today? Keys to the basketball game today.
Yeah. I think today we just didn't play selfish basketball. All season we've been able to share the ball as a team, and I think that is one of our biggest strengths. Defensively, it's always been our calling card. As Coach always says, defense wins championships, and today we just made the proper adjustments, and I'm really proud of the way we all played.
Well, we want to thank Isabel Caruso for coming on the DeSales University Network post-game show. We'll take a little bit of a break, and then we'll be back with some more post-game interviews.
Yeah.
I'll just cover the first question and then kind of go from there. First, just talk about how it was a close game at halftime, and then kind of what you did in the second half.
Yeah.
And then we'll leave from there.
Okay.
Back here with DeSales junior Avery Jordan, as she scored a team-high 18 points today. And Avery, I think the first thing we need to talk about is this was a 5-point game at halftime. It was DeSales' closest game at halftime all year.
Yep.
What are the different changes that you did to then end up winning by 32 points?
Yep. Yeah, so definitely faced some adversity in the first half. I mean, we've never faced that, like you said. So, I mean, at halftime, we kind of said, you know what, the only thing that's stopping us is ourselves. So we got to, take this head on. We got to do what we normally do. We got to capitalize on the turnovers. We caused the same amount of turnovers as our previous games. We just weren't capitalizing on them. So in the second half, we really focused on getting the turnovers, getting the rebounds, running in the full court, and putting the ball in the hoop.
Yeah, and I mean, this has been a great run the past 3 years. It's third straight MAC Freedom Championship. And Bulldogs actually haven't lost a home game on this floor since January of 2018.
Wow.
The year before you got here on campus. And kind of just talk about the past couple of years, the run that the team has been on.
Definitely. So, yeah, my freshman year is very exciting. We came out, we won the MAC championship. We made it to the Sweet 16, only the second team to ever do that in our history. Sophomore, my last year, we won the MACs. This year, won the MACs. It's been a great ride, and we lose Isabel, and she's one of our team leaders, and she's definitely going to be missed next year, no doubt about that. But, I mean, it's been a very exciting 3 years, and this year was no different. Actually, it was even more exciting with the circumstances that we were in, and it kind of gave us a little bit more of a drive to want to win this even more because of the circumstances.
Yeah, definitely coming to the year, it's definitely been some unusual circumstances you're not used to in a normal year of basketball.
Yep.
But kind of talk about persevering through that to the point where you are right now.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously the preseason was a little bit different. We couldn't get as many pre-practices in. We weren't really lifting as often as we would in the past, and we didn't play in the wintertime. We got a couple of practices in, and, we told our girls before we went home for winter break, we said, if you guys want this as much as we say we do, we're going to go home, we're going to do the right things, we're going to work out, we're going to, get into the gym. And we came back, and the girls did exactly that. I mean, we have a great group of girls here. Everyone did their part, everyone worked hard, and every day they came to the gym, and we were competitive, and they wanted to get better, and it really showed this season.
Yeah, definitely. It turned out to the expectation, the outcome that you guys wanted. It's been a great season. Great to have you on the post-game show as we'll step away for just one more second, and then we'll try to get head coach Fred Richter on here on the DeSales University Sports Network post-game show.
Good. Thank you.
Michelle, I'll be putting a piece of this over.
Now back.
That's what I do. I take care of special people afterward.
Now back with DeSales University head women's coach Fred Richter. And Coach Richter, you guys led by 5 at the half, but really made some good adjustments going into the second half. You won the ball game by 32 points. Talk about some of the adjustments that you made.
Well, they weren't rocket science readjustments, let me assure you. I told the ladies that I thought they were getting the ball in too easily and we weren't creating enough pressure. We upped that a little bit, and I told them the shooting would take care of itself because we missed a lot of ducks in the first half and really could have helped us get a bigger lead. But the young ladies, they really came back. They really worked even harder on defense. And when that happens, we get a lot more easy shots.
And this continued a great run over the past couple of years. 3rd straight MAC Freedom Championship, 4th straight championship game. Kind of talk about the run that the team's been on the past couple of years.
All right. This is our 3rd year with this group of Riley and Avery, and they have just worked so hard in leading. But the whole team has bought into the concept of pressure defense. Pressure defense is our trademark, and we work hard on it in practice. And you could tell from the cheering on the sidelines here. When we get something and we score from it, and it's all layups. We don't run to the three-point line. We get right to the rim, and it's fun to watch. And the girls love the style. Yeah,
and kind of going off of that, and to run that type of style, you need some practices. But you didn't have a ton of practice time this year as much because of the ongoing circumstances related to this year. You started playing in mid-February. Kind of talk about the differences going into this season, but still coming out with a MAC Freedom Championship.
Okay. Well, there were stops and goes and not as many games as they would have liked. And yes, we had issues with COVID as well. But there was a bottom line to all of this. We brought in some talented freshmen who were driven to be part of this and make a difference, and they did. My upperclassmen didn't want to let anybody down. There's a standard that's been set by them, and they've gotten after it. I'm just pleased with how we ran the table this year.
Well, we want to thank head coach Fred Richter for coming on the DeSales University post-game show as the DeSales University women's basketball team MAC Freedom Championship winner this year, 66-34. The score. We'll take a quick break and we back with some final analysis before we get out of here tonight.
I'm done, and thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thanks for the picture.
Back here at Valera Hall, DeSales victorious by a 66-34 score over Delaware Valley. They win their 3rd straight MAC Freedom Championship, and they, in a normal year, would head to the NCAA tournament, but no NCAA tournament this year. Their season will come to a close undefeated with a 9-0 record. And just a couple of little notes from the game. DeSales was led by Avery Jordan with 18 points, 17 for Michaela Reese, 12 for Riley Rittenhouse, 10 for Lindsay Welsh, 5 for Isabel Caruso, 3 for Maria Newsom, 1 for Meg Beeler for their total of 66. And then Delaware Valley was led by 12 by Haley Keenan, 5 for Shayna Glenn, 4 for Laura Moretti, 2 for Taylor Richardson, 9 for Emily Cutskill, and 2 for Tara Williams. Their total of 34. They shot 22% from the floor, 16% from behind the three-point arc, and 63% from the line. DeSales shot 39% from the floor, 29% from behind the arc, 57% from the foul line. Rebounding, DeSales won the rebounding battle 45-34. Delaware Valley had 29 turnovers. DeSales had 16. There was 2 ties, 2 lead changes in the basketball game. We'll be back with you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. DeSales and Lycoming MAC Freedom Men's Basketball Championship. We'll be here with you 6:55 pregame, 7 o'clock tip. DeSales and Lycoming for the 3rd time. Should be a terrific basketball game tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. This has been a production of the DeSales University Sports Network. Good night, everybody.